in camera too.
Hi, Stace from Purple KATZ Quilting. How are you today? We are here in the KATZ Creative Studio with UhOh Creations. Welcome. Good morning. How's everybody today? We are so excited to present Bag of the Month Club. Bag of the Month Club is, you go to bagofthemonthclub.com, check it out. It's a series of 3 patterns that they have. You pay one price for those 3 patterns. They're put out before the pattern is actually published, so you're the first one to try that pattern. It's kind of an exclusive club. And there's lots of videos and support. So this is October 1st. That's our brand new pattern. And Tara Sinclair, UhOh Creations, has designed the pattern. So can you tell us about it? Because you've got lots of stuff to show.
You bet. All right, so I'm Tara C. Sinclair of UhOh Creations. You might be following me from my page, or you might be on Tracy's page. And so this morning, we are, oh, it's a heavy bag. I forgot, it's a heavy bag. We are showcasing the Michael Traveler bag. So this is my brand new pattern released today to the Bag of the Month Club. So it is an exclusive pattern, as Tracy mentioned, for 3 months. So right now, you have to be a member of the Bag of the Month Club in order to get this pattern. And in a few months, in the new year for me, I get to then release it publicly. So if you're not part of the club, you don't get it.
But you can sign up now.
Yeah.
You'll get all 3 patterns and you'll get this new one. What's so cool about it is all the support that you get through Bag of the Month Club. How many people you said were doing videos for you this time?
I have 3 YouTube tutorials done by testers for this pattern alone right now. So there's That's So Nova. She's done hers on an industrial machine. There's Love Lola. She's done hers also on an industrial, but then there's also M. Graham Sews, and she did hers using all quilting cottons on a domestic machine. So we have 3 tutorials, and they're all in the pattern, and they're testers engaged within the Bag of the Month Club group, so that if there's questions that come up or concerns, not only am I there, but my testers are there, including people like Tracy. And then this is the first pattern from the season.
So this was August.
August.
Yes.
I had to math backwards in months. And that's the Wren Wallet from Crafted by Leanne.
And very beginner friendly, very well written pattern. Just nice, easy. So scrap friendly actually,
Yeah.
because look at, I even put little itty bitties, right? And people started making these and they couldn't stop. Like they were had 10 in a row made up. Great Christmas gifts.
They had 10 in a row made up within days.
Yeah.
In no time.
One afternoon. Yeah. And then September, I'm still kind of confused about what month it is because, it's just flying by so quickly. Come, Nancy, tell us about your bag, because Nancy made this one, and this was September.
Yes. This is the Moana. It's very easy to do, a nice pattern. This is made up with Mora vinyl from Emmeline, and the lining is from Emmeline as well.
And there was a couple videos to help people with that too.
That's right.
And if you wanted to make some modifications, the videos are there.
Yeah, they had tons of different options that you could do. You could do the zipper top or the magnet top, and it's an easy pattern. Nice pattern.
I remember Nancy used to always talk about, we were friends for a long time. She used to always talk about, I'd go, oh, I like that bag. She'd go, oh, it's from Bag of the Month. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know how many times Bag of the Month went through before I finally jumped on board, and I've learned so much. It's the way to go if you're a beginner, even if you're advanced, because this one here, because it's the 3rd one, is a little bit more advanced. There's lots of really new techniques and skills in here, but you have the support and the help, right? So you can learn.
Yeah, so this is my 3rd season doing Bag of the Month Club as a designer, but I made bags for Bag of the Month Club for years before I became a designer. So I was a member of the club, and I loved it because I tried designers that I'd never heard of.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you learn something new from everyone. There was a couple really cool things in this pattern, how she told us. There was some new tricks.
Cool how that one went together.
Yeah, I learned some new stuff. So you might as well, while you're here, Nancy, show us your version of this beautiful bag.
This is my Michael Traveler, made in rainbow. I don't remember the name of the fabric.
We have the whole line, and it's online here. Just a second.
Rainbow.
Only the second second time we've had to come up with this name
Rainbow
today.
Wonderland.
Rainbow
That's just a hard one to
Wonderland.
remember. But look at that. And there's a whole bunch of different pieces.
It's a nice pattern. It's a really good pattern.
And we could almost put Nancy in this bag. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't
we could.
try, but
I'm pretty
maybe.
sure. Yeah.
Never know.
So
It's a
just
good
show
one.
us a couple of the feature things that you're really proud of.
I
that
like
you did.
this. I love this front pocket because it holds a lot.
Well,
It
your
holds, yeah,
your
that.
red wallet goes in there.
And so would your phone.
So if you did all 3 bags, you've got your Ren wallet in your travel bag. You've got your little bag going. So you're set. You could go anywhere. Styling,
I
right?
could. It's
Yeah.
got everything. I'm ready for a trip.
And the one thing about this one I really like, if you want to show them the luggage thing, I just love that.
The luggage sleeve is really
Every
cool.
bag should have a
Just
luggage sleeve.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the question? My bag, would it hold Courtney's makeup? I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
told Courtney that. So if you're looking, Courtney, that was Tara's question. Is this bag big enough to hold all your makeup?
I just
I
wasn't
don't
sure
know.
if it would hold it all.
I'm not sure.
I hesitated.
And
I hesitated.
we have some stuff stuffed in here.
Oh, that's just a quilt.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of room inside. Do you want to show them
Oh,
the inside? Because I
Sure.
love your inside. She used Tim
the
Holtz's
Tim
Alchemy,
Holtz.
which was
Gotta
just a
love Tim
really
Holtz.
nice pop of color. I always tell people when you're making a bag to put some happy surprises inside because you get a little thrill every time you pull open a
Yeah.
pocket. So
Always
look at that.
pretty.
And of course, the beautiful rainbow hardware, Emmeline bag. Show us your bottom too.
Oh, yes.
We did something unique
I was
with our
gonna
bottoms.
say, look at that.
Yeah,
We did that
the
iron-on vinyl.
iron-on.
And I've got that on the website. It's really cool. You iron it on any fabric and it makes it waterproof, water resistant. And what do? We drop our bags on the floor, bottom of our car, a little bit
Winter's
of mud.
coming.
Winter's
There's
coming.
gonna be snow.
And this
Yeah.
one has the kit for the bag making hardware is from Emmeline Bags, and it comes
With the feet.
and everything. Everything
Yeah.
you need to make this bag is in that kit at Emmeline Bags, the hardware kit. So
Yeah, there's
That's
only a couple of
absolutely
pieces
beautiful.
that you could actually add on to it. You know what? One of my testers, actually on the front pocket, on that flap,
Yeah.
if we turn your bag around, I'm totally just going to wing this around on you here. This shape of the flap is perfect for that
For the
edge piece from
piece.
Emmeline Bags.
Yeah.
So you could get an extra piece from Emmeline Bags and put it on the front just for that,
That would-
extra
A
bling.
little bit more bling.
okay, so did we haven't looked at your vinyl one yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
So this is the pattern cover bag. And if you're just beginning, I always recommend that people make it in cotton first. I know we're always tempted to try vinyl or leather or something, but especially if you have a domestic machine. And if you're not sure your machine could do it, it's always better to just try it in cotton.
So this is the pattern cover bag for the Michael Traveler. The exterior fabric on this one is actually the Rex faux leather from Emmeline Bags. This is in the gray, so it's a nice neutral. I've actually used the copper. The
Looks
copper.
really good, hey?
It does. It looks so good in that photo. I was proud of getting that picture.
It's awesome.
So you've got that vinyl for the exterior, and then I used this Ruby Star canvas for the exterior accent. That's what I call it, the accent fabric in the material list.
And that just the
Yeah,
slushes with the
it's
rose gold
that
and then the
hardware.
copper hardware.
Yep, so all that rose gold or copper hardware. And inside this one, I used an old Tim Holtz, I believe.
And now you use this, but she still sewed this on her Bernina.
This was all done on my Bernina domestic machine. Now, I do suggest, there's two finishing methods in the pattern. There's turning through a pocket, and there's binding. If you're going to bind, you may find the layers are a little too much for a domestic machine. Because you're sewing the exterior layers, all the stabilizers, and the lining, then we're going to wrap that seam in fabric or something else to bind it. So if you're using a domestic machine, do stick with the turning through the pocket method. If you're going to go vinyl, look at that beautiful lining.
I know.
Ooh,
hey?
gotta love some
And look at the
Tims.
pockets and stuff, right? Like they're huge. So
That's
if
an
you
old
see that she did before. Where did your bottle of juice go?
She
had
bottle
a
of
quilt,
one of her
bottle
mini
of
bags.
juice. She had a bottle of juice, a quilt. Oh, we haven't looked at this one yet.
I had it up here first.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have a bottle of juice.
For
Just
la-
a little bottle.
For later. Yeah, a little bottle of juice and chips. And she had a quilt and her coat and everything in one of these bags. I put the twins in these bags the other day, and there was still lots of room. So it's a good one. I think you could take a whole weekend worth of fun in this bag.
I figure it's perfect for a sewing retreat because it'll sit directly on my Bernina bag with that handle.
Let's show them.
Yeah.
Because there's that thing again.
So bring this forward a little bit here. So I've got my sewing machine bag, which my machine fits in, and then this sleeve just slips right up on top, and it fits perfectly.
So if you're just taking, like, retreat, what do you need? 2 pairs of pajamas, a couple pairs of underwear, right? And some snacks, and then all your sewing supplies. There you go. That's pretty easy traveling, right? Yeah.
And they fit perfectly in my back seat, and
It
I've got a
actually-
really compact car.
Yeah, that actually fits really nice on your Bernina bag.
It does.
And Tara, if you haven't known yet, is a Bernina ambassador. So you're going to be seeing lots of her, Bernina Canada.
Yes,
This
I'm
year. It's
I'm
pretty
playing with a Bernina 570 QE, and that is what all 3 of my prototypes were made on. So I didn't use my industrial. These are all domestic friendly. I have no problem doing my bag making with my Bernina machine.
Awesome. All right, so let's see here. Well, I just got to show you.
Let's see yours. Yours is all Tula pink. It's really vibrant.
Well, everybody knows that it's got to be Tula pink. And Parisville had just kind of come in the door about the time I was doing this. So I don't know. Can you see it on my suitcase there? I have this beautiful pink suitcase, and I took this set actually to Houston, and I went to Tula's booth, and she autographed 2 or 3. Every day I showed up with a different suitcase, and she very gracefully smiled and autographed my suitcases. So this is my bag. This is my bag. What I love about this, I've got it stuffed, so I have to be careful, but I love that I can carry it like this or with a handle.
Actually, to talk to that, Christina, one of my testers, was just on a cruise, and she said it was easier to carry it with the handles on her shoulder than crossbody, although crossbody leaves your hands free.
Yeah, crossbody for me distributes the weights better, so, and I mean, once you fill this up, it's going to weigh a little bit. But I love that it's got that luggage strap on the back. Of course, I blinged mine up because in my world, you can never have too much bling. I love, this is the fans from Parisville. I put a piece of Parisville in just about every place, so it is just bountiful color.
And it's quilted.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about that. How did you do the quilting on this one?
Okay, so I'm a quilter. I like to make quilted bags. Very similar, actually, to this, where I had the foam and the fabric, and then I just started quilting straight lines. So that's actually how I did this. I started in the middle and moved out 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches to the edge, and then I quilted in between.
And you just used the fabric, the interfacing, and the foam, just like the pattern calls for.
Exactly.
But nothing on the back side of the foam, right?
Right, so just like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it worked really good, and I really like the looks of it. And I feel like sometimes that quilting adds a little bit more stability or texture to it too.
It's beautiful. It adds so much. It actually, when you quilt that with that big stitch, because I see you used a really big stitch on this, it has that hand-stitched look to it.
Ooh, and I just
Like,
love hand stitching.
Because it's the big... Yeah.
And big pockets on the outside.
And you did that on all the exterior pieces, too.
Yeah, I
Anything
did.
that was labeled exterior, you quilted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
perfect. Okay.
This pocket, do not be afraid. I was so worried about this pocket here, and seriously, it just went together perfectly, just like I knew what I was doing, because the pattern is so well written. It's perfect. And look at, I matched up the flap, put her on the bottom. Yeah.
I also love that you got your little seam label in there.
Yep, I know, just right at the very
That's
last.
perfect.
Right at the
I was
last.
going to say, I think I put mine. I'm trying to see if I have it on one.
some of those.
I know, you do.
Pretty sure I put a seam label on a bag. Clearly I did not.
So,
I don't see it.
I'm so purple and pink, and when Nancy came over and I showed her my bag, it's all green inside. Can you guys believe it? It's green.
My colors.
Since when do you do green?
I know.
What the heck?
I know, but I love Tula's greens, and that's the mini, two colors there too. So I just love it. Look at it. It's huge. Seriously, look how big it is.
You know what I find great about this bag is with that double zipper top,
Oh,
I set it on the
opens
bed
right up.
and I just keep setting things in.
I seriously think a small sewing machine would fit in there.
Absolutely.
Like, you might want to put a supported deck, like a false bottom in there,
Yeah.
with just some foam core, but you definitely could put a small machine in there. Like our 570 would probably fit.
Yeah, you know what
It's
I would
just-
actually do is instead of foam core is, you know, in the bottom of drawers, you get a dresser and you've got that thin
Piece of that plastic
particle
on the other
board.
side of the cutter there.
Oh, you get that thin particle board almost, or these base stabilizers. Yeah, those.
Yeah, like you'd have to get it the right size, but you can get.
And then just put a fabric
these are
pillowcase
acrylic.
around it.
Yeah, these are acrylic.
So any of those kind of things, just put a false bottom in there, insert it right in.
Yeah.
And now you've got a nice stable base for your machine.
One thing I want to point out is that my pockets are sewn shut, and if we open up any of these bags here, I'm pretty sure all the turning pockets aren't sewn yet. That's kind of your back door in case, like, what
Oh, that one is. That one's bound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one's not closed.
Yeah.
I know that one's.
So yeah, I just love it.
I had to make a point of
I just love
sewing
it.
mine up yesterday.
And I love it so much I'm making another one, and I'm going to tell you that story in a minute. Tara's just going to show us her last bag, I think, there.
Oh, yeah. This one.
What's
This was
your
actually the
first?
very first. Yeah. So this was my very first prototype, so it's slightly different than the others. You'll notice that my zipper end is squared off instead of that nice round shape that we've got on them all.
I like the big round one.
The
It's
big,
easy to grab.
yeah, the big chunky round one is
Yeah.
much nicer. This one also doesn't have the luggage sleeve on the back because I was prototyping. I didn't need it. But this is a Tim Holtz fabric, and it's got all my favorite colors with those oranges, the blues, the greens. Like, look at that color. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And then I paired it with this green that actually has the yellow in it, and everything has orange top stitching,
I know, it's great.
just for fun.
That's a very bold move, though, if you're a beginner to top stitch in a very
In a
bold color.
contrast color,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And-
I keep mine almost the same.
It is recommended you not go contrasty until you're very confident in that top stitching.
But this in the inside,
She's checking my pocket.
is it? Yeah, yeah.
I may not have closed that up yet. Just in case someone wanted me to turn it inside out again.
Oh my goodness, never.
But look at those greens as well. Like, apparently this is a green bag. It needs greens
definitely.
everywhere.
That's
colors.
Jennifer
Oh.
Shampoo Chalk and Charcoal.
It is Jennifer
Yes,
shampoo.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. And those little pops of orange. Yeah, it turned out really nice.
I'm super happy
and this
with
is
it.
a huge pocket, actually, isn't it? It's a really big
It's
pocket.
big.
Well, as we
I would
saw,
have a bag of chips.
well, it fit that wallet and the cell
And the
phone. It
phone.
fits
Yeah.
so
Oh,
much in there.
it's really big.
Not to mention the end pockets. Because you have that pleat in it,
Yes.
it is still snug at the top.
That's
but you
what
have
I
a
like.
lot of
It
room.
won't gape open. Like if you use an elastic, it might gape open with
Exactly.
weight. But yeah, that worked really good.
And then the inside pockets, not on this prototype, but you have two gathered pockets on the ends with that elastic, so you can put so much in there.
Yeah.
If you're traveling, it might be the dirty laundry spot.
Yeah. I always put that right on top so the customs guys see it. when they're
And
putting
they
my suitcase.
and they avoid going further.
That's a mean trick. That's a mean trick. So what else have we got to tell about Bag of the Month?
Bag of the Month Club. So 3 months, 3 surprise patterns, although right now we're in the 3rd month, so you know all 3 patterns.
Yeah.
You've got that Wren wallet, the Moana shoulder bag, and the Michael Traveler. However, to get those 3, you have until the end of this month to sign up. One low price,
How much is it?
I think it's $22
US.
US
Right.
plus taxes.
Plus taxes.
Don't forget there's taxes.
Yeah.
We are international, so there's different taxes for different places.
So that's a really good
oh.
price. So that's like the price of like just like one pattern.
One pattern.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And to sign up, head to bagofthemonthclub.com. Bag of the Month Club.
And I'll put that link
.com.
here in the video too.
Yeah, I'll put it on mine as well. So bagomc.com, or just ask us.
Yeah,
We'll point you in the right
there.
direction.
So if you have any questions, we haven't answered any questions. We can't see here because, you know.
You're way over there.
Yeah, you're way over there. But we can't see questions. I'll answer them as soon as we're done. I just wanted to share that today and tomorrow, I'm hoping, I said we're not going to bed tonight till I get this done.
She said that.
I know. So I was given some advanced fabric, Tula Pink's New Moon Garden, a yard of 2 fabrics that I got to choose. So I already made my base a while ago. I've had it made for a while. Then I lost a couple weeks of my life with surgery. So today, I cut this all out yesterday, and today we are going to start working on it. So we thought we'd just do a casual little fun sew-along later where we'll set up the cameras and turn and I'll just sit. It's like going to a retreat and listening to us in stereo. You can hang out or whatever, but you just got to see this because I absolutely love this. This is Tula Pink's new fabric.
I was going to bring that up.
And I chose the one with the snakes on it. And oh my gosh, I just love it. I have the fat quarter bundle already here, but this yardage gave me the opportunity. Look at the fussy cutting. Like, I'm so darn proud of this. You just got to show them how that's going to lay on there. I'm so darn proud of that. Look at that. I got the snakes going out both ways.
She made it perfect.
I know.
Look at the
So
fussy
if you have
cutting
any
can
questions,
do.
I can show you how to do that because I'm actually have learned a lot. I feel like I'm getting pretty good at this kind of stuff.
Okay, but you got to talk
So
about
this is
color.
the interior. This is the kaboom, and
Look at the bee.
I know the details. Like it's really hard to choose which was going to be my interior and what was going to be my outside. But when I talk about the happy surprise and the pop of color on the inside, this is going to be fabulous.
I just want to wear those flowers.
So Moon Garden is due
Ooh,
into
maybe
shops
your
at the end of the
overalls.
month. I know, hey? In shops at the end of the month. They also have a wide back in the 100% cotton sateen, which is these flowers on steroids. Tula calls it Sonic Boom.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah, it's
awesome.
so much
I
fun.
can't
She
wait.
has-
I love huge florals.
Yeah.
Because when you cut them down, you just get part of that floral into smaller projects.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So there's my flap going across the top, which is, again, it's going to look really cool.
Bring this one. Because then you can just toss that on top. Oh, turn it this way.
Yeah. So I got my little snake is going to show up right there. It's going to be so cool. Oh, and then I'm using, because I have all the Renaissance ribbons and stuff, I'll probably use some of those for my zipper pulls. And then I have the Renaissance, the webbing, the Tula Pink webbing. And so I'm going to maybe just make an adaptation here where I can put some of the webbing, don't make my handle quite as thick. And just put it on so that my webbing will be like, or my handle will be like two-sided.
It's going to be gorgeous.
So
Those
just some
colors
things
are
to play
amazing.
with. Actually, it's really funny because you know me, I'm a purple girl, and this fabric was laying on the table. And all of a sudden this webbing went on it. And look at that. Yeah, so.
That neon.
I
It's
know,
the neon.
I know. So,
Yeah, Tracy and I have been playing with that this morning just to come up with the right combinations and stuff. Or the other day when we video chatted.
Yeah, we video chatted.
And that webbing just goes with all of this.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to get this rolling. You and I are going to have so much fun with that.
Yeah, so what else?
I don't know, maybe we let people go have some lunch.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I know we should probably eat something.
I don't know, you don't think coffee's just...
Coffee and eggnog, you know?
Coffee and eggnog. Yeah,
That-
coffee and
that's-
eggnog and campfire already. It's been awesome. Thanks, Nancy, for coming and showing us all your
You
bags.
bet.
Okay,
I'm
so
excited.
we're going to come back a little bit later. I'll post it if you want to join us. We're going to talk about UhOh Creations. We're going to talk about how it came to be, all the amazing patterns. And one thing about it, if you buy a pattern this weekend, I've got them on the website. Tara's going to autograph them for you. She'll pull it out of the thing. She'll write you a little love note. She'll autograph the patterns. One thing about having a paper pattern, like you can order the PDF, and that's easy,
That's a
and you
bad
can
example.
print them. But let's pick a big one.
Here.
It's nice to have a paper pattern because they're printed at the size you need. And it's not a big deal to print it out and match your scale, but it's just nice to have this. I know that sometimes people buy both. They like to have the PDF so they can run along on their iPad and follow the instructions, but they also like to have this. So normally this one wouldn't print on an 8.5 by 11, so the PDF pattern would be different. So it's just nice to buy the paper pattern. Lots of people really like to have it.
And paper patterns are only available in quilt shops, so such as Purple KATZ Quilting. I do not offer them on my website. I leave them for the quilt shop so they can kit them, so that they offer you something unique with the fabrics that you're getting. I don't see the point in having me try to ship these out with Lincoln leaving fur everywhere.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm leaving this to you. So, purplekatzquilting.com. So if
Yeah.
you're watching from my page, head over to Purple KATZ, K-A-T-Z.
That is too much coffee.
Quilting.com.
Yeah.
And you can get the patterns.
So if you order today before noon tomorrow, because she's going to go home at one point, which is kind of sad, but anyways, she will autograph them for you. So we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us.